Welcome to Joby, a movie and a bottle of wine.
Hey everybody, it's Joby and Matt and the cat. Everybody's still quarantining, so the kitty cat's over there in her basket. Look at her chilling like a villain. Chilling like a quarantine person. She doesn't seem to be minding it too bad. She'll be minding it later when she wants some kibbles and bits. Hey everybody, it's Joby and Matt and the cat. We showed you a picture of the kitty cat over there quarantining herself. She's loving it. She's got her little heating pad on medium over there. It feels good on her little shoulders because they're hurting. She's getting arthritis like me in my knee.
Oh.
I hope you guys are enjoying yourself and hitting the red box hard.
I just got done going through the register and I all of a sudden heard this loud crash, and I mean it sounded like somebody was like shooting off fireworks or something in the park. I mean, it was loud. And then I look out and I see this guy smashing into the red box and like taking all the DVDs. And then the security guard is yelling at him, but she's yelling that she's his wife. I don't know what else to say.
It wasn't a lot to watch this week, but I hope you went and found what you could find. All right, so this week I started off with Dr. Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. Oh my God, it was so cute, you guys. It was so cute. He did a really great job. And they CGI'd all these animals in, and they were talking and doing, and the kid was figuring out how the animals talked and how to talk to them. It was really cute. Really cute. If you have a chance, Dr. Doolittle it for sure. And then I went down to Little Women. That was very interesting. I love that a bunch. I mean, they redo it over and over again. It's kind of the same story, but everybody does it a little differently.
Yeah.
When I watched the special features, they were saying that the girl that did this, I like her very much. I can't think of her name. But she did more of the older Little Women aspect, because Little Women was done in 2 books. In the one book, the first book was when they were younger, and the second book was when they got a little older. So she was focusing on when Little Women got a little older. It was
cool.
Cute. If you go back and watch all the special features, they go back and they explain the houses and how they were involved with each other and how they were located.
Nice.
And the history behind all the houses. And
love those extras. Yeah.
one of the houses, the house that she actually wrote the book in, they had to dig the foundation out from underneath of the house because it was sagging, like they explained it like a wet cardboard box.
Dang.
So they had to go in and rebuild the foundation under the house, and through the years, the people that have donated to saving the house that the book was written in by Little Women.
Cool.
And you try to differentiate what was fiction and what was actually real, because when they get to the end of the story, the writer tells her that Joe has to get married. The main character has to get married or die. One of the two, because there was nothing else for women to do but to get married or die.
All right.
So she decides to let the main character get married. And she embarked on getting more money for her book than any other woman or man had gotten in that time when they negotiated their deal.
Catch me outside, how about that?
She had to write that ending. She had to write that ending, right?
And she, in front of him, right there in front of him at the negotiation at the end of the book.
Wow.
But she got more money than anybody else, and she ended it the way that he wanted, but she kept the copyright to her book.
Good for her.
So that was cool. She was smart and beautiful.
There you
I
go.
love that little girl that plays the main part of Joe.
All
right, and this week was Cats. I watched Cats yet again.
The new Cats, the brand new 2019 version of Cats. How was it?
So you watched the movie, and it was pretty much the same song and dance, honestly. It was a little better, a little different. Different characters and little twists and things that were different. But the coolest thing was to watch it in the end. So the last time I talked to you guys, I watched Cats, and it was the VCR tape that I think my mom got when she went in the 80s and saw
from
it
way back
in the theater.
The theater version, right.
So this time it was all CGI, you guys. It was all CGI. When you watch the VCR tape that I have, these people are actually in these costumes made up this way.
Sure.
And they're singing and dancing in this made up fashion.
Right.
Well, in the new one, they all have these green suits on, and they have this mesh that they put on their faces that have these little dots, little graphs and dots and stuff. So they don't even have to wear all this makeup and fur and bodysuit or anything. They CGI everything.
Right.
So everybody that's in it was wonderful. It was a jolly good show. I did enjoy it, especially since my mother told me the story to it, because evidently it is just absolutely obvious, Joby, that these people are these cats are getting together for this ball to decide who is going to be the cat who's going to go to heaven and become a new cat.
Cool.
Because they suffered the most.
Right.
And it's so obvious, Joby. I don't understand how you don't see this.
Well, your mom says. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, same song and dance, Taylor Swift, different singers and dancers. The girl that played the main part was a ballerina.
Right.
So that was cool. If you can watch the special features, it adds so much to it.
And you said Idris Elba was in the movie.
Yes, and he didn't sing and dance in his costume either. He sang and danced in a costume with the lights and the graphs and everything on him. Watch the special features, you guys. It explains so much of that movie. It was really tripping. Because their little ears wiggled so much. And their tails wiggled so much.
Right.
You know, you were like, how are they even controlling all of that? But when you watch...
Computers!
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
There's nothing there.
Computers!
They make it all.
Yeah. Computer artists, actually. Not just computers, but yes.
It still was really
cool. Okay.
All right. 1917. All right, I'm going back to last week because we didn't do a show last week. So this is what I watched last week.
Cool.
1917. This was done in one continuous shot.
Right.
And it was really cool. It's another one where if you watch the special features, you get a lot out of it. They had the camera on this rod, and there was a guy on this side and a guy on that side, and they would run it along and film. They would have the camera somehow hooked on someone, and when it went to go to a really high shot, they would take and put it on this thing, and it would take it up in the air, and it would take all of the shots and take it around, and then the guys would take it again, and they'd run through. It was like the foxhole things that they would have to go through in the maze of it. I don't know how the hell they kept up with where the hell they were.
The entire movie was done as if it was one continuous shot, like the camera was on there and did not cut away at all.
You thought they were down in the cubby hole, and then they'd go down in a cubby hole even deeper to visit with like a general or a sergeant or whatever, and you were like, where did that cubby hole come from? They were just in a cubby hole.
Okay.
Anyway, it was really cool. It was good. The guys had to get a message to the other guys to let them know that the Germans were hip to their jive, and it was all set up, and they had to make it there, and
don't spoiler alert it.
Spoiler alert! The one part I gotta tell you guys.
Okay.
So it's the two guys that have to go and give the message.
Give the message, right.
The one guy, so they're going through this farm, and this German plane gets shot down, and it lands and it crashes up in the barn right where they are. All right, I gotta tell you this part. I gotta finish telling you this part now. So the German guy, they get him out. He's screaming and hollering because he's on fire in the plane.
Ooh.
So the two guys get him out, and they get him on the ground, and the one guy goes for something else, and And the damn German guy stabs the one guy.
Ooh.
And I'm not going to tell you if he dies or not, but I
Okay.
just couldn't believe that he did that.
Okay.
After they fished him out of there.
I know. It's part of the story. It's part of the story.
It was a good story. You should watch it.
Move
I'm
on
not
to the
a
next
big
one.
wartime person.
Right. Move on to the next
movies
review.
like
Yeah.
that, but I totally loved 1917.
Move on to
I
the
really
next
did.
review. Sorry, not trying to be mean, but got to keep it
All
rolling.
right, current
keep it rolling.
war
Current
was,
war.
had to do with the light bulb and electricity and
Yep.
the fight over it
Yep.
between the two companies and how they ended up having to merge and separate and merge and separate and in whose best interest it was to have the electricity and then they had to have the light bulb for the electricity and they had the light bulb for the, they had to coincide.
It was
the story of how they worked together and decided to come
the
together.
story of Tesla, Edison, and Westinghouse. Yep.
And how they ended up having to merge to make everybody happy.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
That was current war.
Okay.
VFW. That was a bunch of veterans that got together. There was a drug war over this. It wasn't that big of a show.
Right.
But they were fighting these drug guys because they were killing them, and they got into an accidental altercation, and they ended up fighting and fighting and fighting.
Okay.
And that was about it.
All right.
And then there was Clemency. Clemency was Alfre Woodard.
Woodard. Yeah.
And she is the warden of the jail. And she's really hardcore, and she takes her part very seriously until she meets this one guy. She has to put him to death, and she doesn't feel like he is... she develops a relationship with him that she's never had before.
Okay.
So she feels a bond to him, and it changes her mind about all of the death penalty kind of stuff. The little guy, it never told you whether or not he was guilty or not.
Gotcha.
Never led you to believe either way, except for some of the stuff that you heard her listening to on the radio.
Sure.
You know, the shooter was left-handed, and the gun was right-handed. And the bullets that were in it didn't match except for the other guy. You know, that was the only thing that made
thumbs
you
up or
think
thumbs
twice.
down?
I don't know. It didn't change my mind about the death penalty.
All right.
I could watch it again
Entertaining,
and again.
though. Okay.
And you watch the special features of that and the woman that wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get the impression that she was trying to persuade me either way.
Tell a story. Sure.
It was just something that she felt like was in an everyday life of some people that you don't normally see.
All right, we're at the 11-minute mark. How are you doing on your reviews?
That's it.
That's it?
Oh, no, the wave.
That's
the
wave.
last
Okay,
one.
the wave
had to do with the little guy went to the party and he took a drug and it made his perception of time and space and everything very different, and it was very interesting, science fiction-y kind of movie. It was last week, so I'm kind of a blur on it, but it was pretty good, and it got good reviews because I did look that up on the internet to see what everybody thought.
Okay.
All right. So if I had to put them in order,
Yeah.
I would have to say... Oh, I didn't say The Invisible Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We saw The Invisible Man.
Yes.
I liked that one the very most. The woman's husband was abusive, and he came upon a way to make himself invisible, and then she had to fight him continuously.
Right.
Until the end.
But it was entertaining. It was a good story.
Very entertaining.
Yeah.
So, in the end, because I don't want to spoil the end for it.
Don't spoil
The
it.
Invisible Man was my #1 movie.
Cool. Okay.
All right, #1.
Yeah.
#2 was Dr. Doolittle, because I just absolutely love
Robert Downey Jr.
Doolittle.
Yeah. Okay.
Him and all those animals.
Sure.
Who could tire of that?
All right.
Open your horizons. Watch Clemency.
Okay.
Clemency #3.
All right.
Current war, that's a little history.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
#4.
Okay.
Current war, #4.
Yeah.
Learn some history.
Okay. All right.
Little Women, definitely, maybe even before that.
Okay.
But they're close.
But
They're
for
fighting
now,
each
we'll
other.
take it that way.
All right. So in the end, my last pick would have to be between Cats and The Wave. I think The Wave would have to come first.
Ooh. Poor
and
cats.
cats would have to come last.
All right, cats is last.
You know, I'm usually entertained by a musical,
Right.
but Les Miserables and this jank here, I just...
All right. And the wine again tonight was Goliath Rex.
Rex Goliath.
Rex Goliath.
Free range red. It's a blend. We enjoyed it very much.
And we
Their
want to
Cabernet
wish
is
everyone
amazing.
a happy Easter. Quarantine Easter.
Yeah,
Quarantine
happy
Easter.
Easter, y'all. Go and get you a bag of Hershey eggs. Get you some of those ones with the cream stuff in the middle. Get you something. Enjoy yourself and get some for your best friend. Hey, you can take candy and lay it on somebody's porch
put it on the front
and run
porch.
away.
I tried to buy Krispy Kreme Easter donuts tonight. And I got in the drive-through line and they said like we ain't got any. And it's like, damn it! I was going to have them here for Joby and Easter, but maybe I'll get them
Krispy
by
Kreme
Sunday.
donuts all day long, man.
Good night, everybody. we miss you. Happy Easter.
Y'all take care. Watch some movies. Drink some wine.
Stay safe.
I hope the Easter Bunny stuffs your Easter basket.
There you go.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Social distance.
Thank you for watching Joby, a movie and a bottle of wine.
Stuffs your Easter basket.